This morning, an Arab Muslim in the Shomron hills rammed his car into an IDF officer and police officer, both on duty at the Tapuach intersection. After the ramming attack, the terrorist exited his car with a knife and tried to attack them. The IDF soldier and police officer were both lightly wounded in the attack and evacuated to a hospital for their injuries. Thankfully, the police officer responded with fire and neutralized the terrorist. He was wounded lightly. This is just another in a long line of continuing terror attacks. Unfortunately, while Israel has a strong and feared army, the government of Israel and the IDF are continuously afraid to do what is necessary to put an end to all these types of terror attacks. Car rammings, knife attacks, rock attacks, Molotov cocktails. Terrorists continue to receive pay to slay reward salaries from the Palestinian Authority. They receive jail conditions which are a joke, with terrorists and murderers able to receive countless amount of privileges, including the ability to study for advanced university degrees. And the houses of terrorists are hardly ever destroyed due to the hyper-progressive Supreme Court and justice system that cares more for the rights of terrorists and their families than for the rights of innocent Israelis to live and not live in fear of terror. Israel can and will beat this 100-year terror war we are up against. It didn't just start today, it's 100 years of terror. We are just waiting for the leadership that will lead us to do what is necessary to stop the terror, end the facade that the two-state solution is a solution, whereas it is really just a step towards the ultimate destruction of Israel. With our leadership speaking out loudly and clearly that the Palestinian Authority and Hamas are enemies and neither are peace partners, and for the leaders to make the changes necessary to the justice system and upper echelons of the IDF to actually act on law and justice to protect Israelis instead of leading by progressive ideologies. This will all happen. Israeli public opinion is coming to understand all of those things as necessary, to the shock and anger of the leftist mainstream media. It is all a matter of time. I just hope and pray that it all happens sooner than later. But it will happen. That's the optimistic ending you have to take to the bank.
Pulse of Israel, frontline videos from the Holy Land. Support our work by donating today.